Hey guys, and thanks so much for tuning into Valley Pura Vida. I'm your host, Danielle Bonda. And guys, I've got a question for you. It's heavy. Are you stuck in a job that you hate? Don't stay in a sinking ship. Many people don't realize that working at a place that you don't enjoy is not normal. And lucky for you, we have an opportunity. We spoke with a professional in the field about what you can do to change your life for the better. Here's our segment sponsored by The Human Reach.
Something that's really plagued the United States right now has been people who are stuck in jobs that they are just not excited about, or they feel like they can't leave. Some of it might be attributed to the economic conditions that exist currently in the States and also in the world. And it also could be other factors that are happening internally at the company. And so there's lots of things that we can do even when we feel stuck. But it's something that I'm here to talk about so we can help people move forward. So it's funny, we actually ran a study recently. We surveyed over 1,000 people, and we found that 50% of people in the US right now who entered the study are unhappy in their job right now. And the same, around 48% of people were stuck in their role because they felt like they were in a toxic workplace, or they had the golden handcuffs, or they felt like there was no way for them to move up in the role that they're in right now. And so there's lots of things that happen. And the first thing, though, that we need to talk about is what happens up here. So it's in our head. And a lot of times, if we want to break down the science of it, there's two parts of our brain that are responsible for making decisions. And so that's our amygdala and our cortex. And oftentimes those two parts of our brain are having conversations about preventing us from doing something that's scary or preventing us from doing something that we fear, our brain fears is going to result in trauma or something terrible going on. And so the first thing is just to recognize that, like, okay, is the thought that I'm thinking or the fear that I'm thinking, is it rational? Do I know it to be 100% true? Or is it a story that I'm making up in my head? And oftentimes it's a story that those two parts of our brain are creating together. And so we have to recognize that first. And then once we start understanding that story in our head is false, then we can start doing tactical things in order to move forward. We typically say there's a 5-step plan in order to help you move forward in thinking about what you want to do next. So the first is just to start with a self-assessment. And one of the things that we like to do with our clients all the time is to talk about, like, what did you love to do as a kid? Like, what did you love to do as a kid? Where did you find joy? Where were you spending time? What types of then accolades were you getting in school are carrying over into the work that you're doing? And then drawing a parallel between all three of those things and seeing what comes up as patterns and themes for what you want to do next, because those past experiences are typically predictors of future success and where you want to spend your time. So that's number one. Number two is to seek feedback. So really to understand, like, from your former boss, from your peers, even from people that you might have worked with as a vendor, like, what types of things do people recognize that you're really great in? And then you're going to take those patterns, you're going to connect it to the first one, and you'll start to see some more things bubble up. The third is then to set clear goals. So a Harvard MBA study recently just showed that those who set goals are 10 times more likely to achieve them. And so oftentimes when we're setting goals, we think about, like, the end goal, right? Which is great, and we want to have that. But if you can chunk that up into mini goals, so for instance, if it's like, I want to change jobs, that's the end goal. So the first step might be, okay, I'm going to fix my resume, or I'm going to do the self-assessment, or I'm going to talk to so-and-so. But set those mini goals, because that helps build inertia to deliver you to the end goal. The fourth is to invest in coaching or invest in some help to get you there. It's a really isolating experience looking for a role. And so the International Coach Federation says that 90% of people who invest in coaching get a return. It's a bustling industry. And so whether that's with us or whether that's with another coach, it's a really, really great way to move forward quickly. And the fifth one is to take action. So one of the things that I talk about all the time is imperfect action. A lot of times we get analysis paralysis, and we wait for the perfect time to jump on something, and that can actually be a hindrance because you're not actually doing anything to move you forward. So taking imperfect action, so just something that may not be perfect, or the what we think is the right time, is the thing that's, again, going to build inertia to help move us forward. So you can follow me on all social channels at AJ Mises, and then our website is training.thehumanreach.com. Thank you so much for having me, Danielle. It's been really, really great to be here, and I hope the viewers at home learned something, and we're looking forward to helping those that want to seek some help and feedback.
All right, you guys, you can find all you need to know about The Human Reach over on our website at valleycentral.com, and we hope that you see us next time here on Valley Pura Vida.